What's up, guys? You're watching Boy TV, and we are back with another reaction. Today we'll be reacting to Even in the Quietest Moments by Supertramp. This was suggested by a patron, so you know I had to check it out. I always have fun reacting to Supertramp, and it's been a little while. If you are a returning viewer to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel a ton. There are 100,000 of you guys that watch my videos and return to my videos, but over 85% of you guys are not subscribed. I know it can be easy to forget because my videos just pop up. I do the same thing sometimes. If this is your first time to the channel, I am new to the rock genre, exploring the mini classic rabbit holes, having a blast. If you want to join me on that journey, take a second to scroll down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss a video when I post. It helps out the channel tremendously, and if you guys are interested in exclusive content or you want to ensure that I react to your suggestion, definitely consider checking out the Patreon. The link will be in the description. I have tons of reactions to classic songs that got blocked here from YouTube, songs that I know you guys would enjoy. That being said, let's get right into this video.
Quietest moments, I wish I knew what I had to do. And even though the sun is shining, will I feel the rain? Here it comes again, dear. And even when you showed me, my heart was out of tune, for there's a shadow of doubt was not letting me find you too soon. The music that you gave me, the language of my soul, Lord, I wanna be with you, won't you let me come in from the cold? Sun, believe, won't you come to me soon? And even though the stars are listening and the ocean's deep, I just go to sleep. And then I create the silent movie, you become the star. Is that what you are, dear? Your whisper tells a secret, your laughter brings me joy, and a wonder of feeling I'm nature's own little boy. But still the tears keep falling, they're raining from the sky. Well, there's a ladder we got to go under before I get high. Don't you let the sun disappear. Don't you let the sun disappear. Don't you let the sun believe. No, you can't believe in my life. Say that you won't believe in my life. Say that you come to me? Even when the song is over, where have I been? Was it just a dream? And though your door is always open, where do I begin? May I please come in, dear?
Man, what an experience this was from Supertramp. This song really took its time and it just gradually built up. I was kind of tense for like 4 minutes straight just waiting for the beat drop, and then it finally came. They really made you earn it. This song is really unique. They started out with like the bird calls, really peaceful and serene. They had the guitar gently being picked at, and then that clarinet came in. It had a super gentle tone and it felt really peaceful. Then around the 3-minute mark is when the song really started to ramp up. They had the organs up loud and they had that bass line going, and they were kind of teasing the drums, and it was at the 4-minute mark where the drums actually kicked in and all your waiting paid off. I thoroughly enjoyed the progression of this song. This might be one of the most gradual build-ups I've ever heard. It was definitely worth the anticipation, and then there was a didgeridoo sounding instrument that came in towards the end. That was just icing on the cake. Great way to cap off the song. The composition of this song was masterful. I also really enjoyed the lead vocals on this one and those harmonies that came in. This song was a masterpiece in my book. Now let's get into the lyrics on this one. He said, even in the quietest moments, I wish I knew what I had to do, and even though the sun is shining, well, I feel the rain, here it comes again, dear. So he's basically saying here that he feels kind of lost. He said, even in the quietest moments, I wish I knew what to do. So even when he's able to pause everything, he doesn't have anything distracting him. He still doesn't know like which direction to go in. He's seeking after truth, but he's genuinely confused. Then he said, even though the sun is shining, I still feel the rain. So like even when things are good, I still have this looming feeling of not knowing what I'm doing, not knowing where to go or how to proceed. He doesn't have peace within. Next verse he says, and even when you showed me, my heart is out of tune, for there's a shadow of a doubt that's not letting me find you too soon. So I know from like the rest of the song that he's talking about God here. He's basically saying like God convicted him and showed him like what was wrong with him, and he said my heart was out of tune. So out of tune with the things of God, his desires and God's desires are not in alignment. And then he's kind of admitting to a lack of faith here. I like the progression he's kind of going through here. He first talks about feeling lost and not knowing which way to go, and then he talks about God kind of showing him the direction to go, but he admits to still having a lack of faith. He said, for there's a shadow of a doubt that's not letting me find you too soon. So the thing that's stopping me from being in relationship with God is my own doubts. So I asked for direction, God gave me some direction, and I'm still keeping it at arm's length because of my own unbelief. So this is some really deep stuff here, very introspective. Next verse he says, the music that you gave me, the language of my soul, oh Lord, I want to be with you. Won't you let me come in from the cold? Don't you let the sun fade away. Don't you let the sun fade away. Don't you let the sun be leaving. Won't you come to me soon? So now he's kind of talking about the gift that he was given, which is the gift of music, and that's how he expresses himself. That's how he communicates. And now he's sounding more sure about which direction he wants to go. He said, Lord, I want to be with you. He desires to be in relationship with God, but he's a bit apprehensive about it. The way he says, won't you let me come in from the cold, it kind of indicates that maybe he feels like he's not worthy of being in God's presence. So he's kind of tentative. Maybe he feels like there's a certain amount of like cleaning up he has to do before he can like speak with God, but there's something in his own mind that's holding him back. Another thing I want to point out is that he's kind of scared of running out of time. He said, don't you let the sun fade away. Don't let the sun be leaving. So I think here the sun represents God and the hope and the glory of God. And he's saying, I don't want the sun to go down before I've had my chance to reconcile. Next verse he says, and even though the stars are listening and the ocean's deep, I just go to sleep and then I create a silent movie. You become the star. Is that what you are, dear? So I feel like he's kind of saying like, oh, the universe is really big. There's so many possibilities, but yet for some reason I still hone on you. Like even in my dreams, you become the star. And then he says, is that what you are? So whatever God he's referring to, he wants to worship that God, but he still has some questions about the identity of this God. He said, is that what you are? So how do you want to be identified? Like, how should I address you? So here he's kind of indicating that he's still on the search. Next verse he says, your whispers tell a secret, your laughter brings me joy, and a wonder of feeling, I'm nature's own little boy, but still the tears keep falling, they're raining from the sky, where there's a lot of me got to go under before I get high. So he's in a state of like awe and reverence for God. He feels the love, he feels the peace, but once again, there's still something holding him back. He says, still the tears keep falling, they're raining from the sky, there's a lot of me that goes under before I have to get high. So he feels like he has to clean up before he presents himself to God. He doesn't think God is willing to accept him as he is and transform him over time. He thinks he has to do it himself before he can get the opportunity to be in heaven. That's what I assume he means when he says, before I get high. So if he's talking about the God of the Bible here, this is a common misconception. Salvation is a gift that you accept by believing, and then God gives you a new heart, he transforms your desires, and you begin your transformation journey. You don't try to do all the work before you get to God so that he will accept you. Next verse he says, say that you won't be leaving my life, say that you won't be leaving my life, say you won't please, stay, won't you please, say you won't please, stay, won't you please, Lord, won't you come and get into my life, Lord, won't you come and get into my life, say, won't you please, stay, won't you please, stay, won't you please, say, won't you please, oh Lord, don't go. So he has a deep-seated fear of being abandoned by the Lord. He's scared that he's gonna miss out on his opportunity to connect with God while he's trying to get himself together. So he's kind of asking the Lord to send him an invite, but it seems like the Lord already has sent him an invite. He already told him what his problem was, that his heart wasn't aligned, and that's really all the revelation needed for you to get in right standing with God. Last verse I'll go over, he says, won't you come to me? And even when the song is over, where have I been? Was it just a dream? And though your door is always open, where do I begin? May I please come in, dear? So he's saying here that he knows the Lord's door is always open, but he still has that fear of not being good enough to be with God. The Lord has already sent him an invite and he knows it's an open invitation, yet he's still asking to come in, like he has to get permission first. So this is kind of a fundamental misunderstanding of what God wants from us. This reminds me of a verse in Isaiah 59 that says, surely the arm of the Lord is not too short to save, nor his ear too dull to hear, but your iniquities have separated you from your God. So it's basically saying that it's always us and our desires that keep us separated from God. And these lyrics are a good example of that. If he's talking about the God of the Bible, that is. But man, this was some deep stuff. Great recommendation from you guys. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I'll catch you guys on the flip.